everyone and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be the baby name challenge / tag. I've seen this a lot going around the YouTube mums and I thought why not give it a go to give my input, and I thought it might be a quick fun video to film. I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible because Scarlett's in there and she's watching telly as usual. When I try and film a video I put the telly on for half an hour so she can be a bit occupied while I crack on with it. But she hasn't napped today and it's 4 o'clock now and I don't really want her to nap at 4 o'clock because then she won't be going to bed on time and it'll be a complete nightmare for me. So I'm going to try and film it quick. If I'm talking too fast, that is why, so that I can get into her and occupy her again before she goes to sleep, before she falls asleep. There's 16 questions altogether and I've written them down on my notebook, so if I look down then that is why. Yeah, so let's crack on. Usually when I do these tag videos or chatty videos I normally have a cup of coffee with me, but unfortunately today I don't have a cup of coffee, so my voice might go a bit dry maybe, but I should be okay. The first question: what is your favourite boy and girl name from the top UK name list 2017? Obviously I'm going to start off with the girls, so obviously my favourite girl name is Scarlett. If you've watched the previous videos, or if you just listen to what I say, obviously, you'll know that obviously I have a little girl called Scarlett. I made a big decision in choosing her name because I wanted to, obviously baby names are important, and I wanted a name that would mean a lot. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. So the big part was I wanted to name Scarlett after someone who I thought was quite inspirational, or so I thought, oh, why not name her after a strong independent woman, right? Obviously because that's how I want her to be amongst other things. So obviously I thought about I had the name Scarlett in my mind for a while anyway, and then I started obviously looking around for actors or celebrities that are called Scarlett, just to see if I want my daughter to be named the same name as them. And then I come across Scarlett Johansson, and obviously I've watched a couple of films with her in anyway, and I thought, obviously she's an actress, she's very famous, so I thought she is quite a strong independent woman, and obviously because I want Scarlett to be all of those things, I thought Scarlett would fit that name quite nicely. Yes, Scarlett would have fit the name nicely. And I thought it's quite funny because my last name is Johnson, so Scarlett Johansson, it'd be like, because obviously Scarlett hasn't got my last name because she's got a dad's last name, so I thought, oh, Scarlett Johansson, it's sort of like mine, but it's my last name but not, so I thought why not call her Scarlett. For boys I quite like the name Finley, Finley. I don't know why, but I like some names that you can shorten, but I like names that you can shorten. Obviously you can't shorten Scarlett, but I like names that are different, as a little bit different, you don't really hear of them all the time. And I don't know anyone that's called Scarlett, obviously, other than celebrities and things, and I don't know anyone called Finley. I don't think I know anyone called Finley. And none of my friends who have had kids, they haven't called their kids Finley, so I thought Finley is quite a nice boy's name, and I want names that would fit together, so I think Scarlett and Finley would be quite nice together. And I like the fact that you can shorten it to Finn as well. What is your least favourite boy name and girl name from the UK name list? Right, first of all, whilst answering this question, I don't want to offend anybody just because I don't maybe like the name that I don't like. If you've got that name, I don't want to offend you in any way, shape or form. It's just my opinion on that name. So the first boy's name I don't like is William. Just because I know quite a few people called William and their nickname is Billy, and I don't like the fact that their nickname is completely different to their name, because then for years I didn't know his name was William. I thought his name was just Billy, and so I don't really like that. Obviously, if it was like William and then nickname was Will, that's different. But obviously, because it was Billy, I didn't, it just put me off a little bit of it. But I don't mind if for shorter names, say like Scarlet. Well, we call her Scarly. Well, my friend calls her Scarly Wiley, and I don't mind that because it is, sort of very similar nicknames. Like my dad calls me Jodie Bell, but my name is still there, so I don't like names that the nicknames are completely different. You can hear Scarlett coming in now. And then the girl's name that I don't like, again, not meaning to offend anybody, but is Louise. And it's simply because I will forever hold a grudge against somebody called Louise. I won't go into detail of it, obviously, because it's a bit personal, but yeah, so anything to do with that anything like that name I don't like. It's quite difficult really, it's a bit of a because my boyfriend's mother's middle name is Louise, and then my boyfriend's sister's middle name is Louise, so obviously my boyfriend's mum wanted me to carry on the Louise, and obviously I had to explain that I didn't like it for that reason, and then obviously now they're okay with it, but they wanted me to carry that on, but obviously my preference, no. If you had twins, what would you name them? See, I'm a twin myself, and our names have got the same initial, so I'm Jodie and she's Jordan. We're both identical, so I quite like the fact that twins should have the same starting letter in names. So following that, I thought for girls' names, I quite like the name Darcy. If I had two girls twins, it would be Darcy and Daisy. Two boy twins would be Jackson, because I love the name Jackson, but Jaxon, just because it's a bit different, and Jaden. And then for a boy and a girl, I like the name Leo, obviously for a boy, and Lila for a girl. If you can change your name to anything, what would it be? See, I quite like my name. It is difficult to think of yourself as a different name, obviously, because I've got so used to my name being Jodie. But I think, I don't know, I don't think I would change it, just because when I was younger, well, when I was born, my mum and dad said they were going to call me Jasmine. But looking at myself now, I don't think I could imagine myself as a Jasmine. So I think for that one, I think I'll definitely stick to my name as well. Keep my name as what it is, because I don't think I would change my name, because I don't really know, like where I work, there's like over 200 employees, but yet there's only one other Jodie, and it's spelt differently. Not a lot of people spell it how I spell it. Obviously I spell it Jodie. If you had 4 children, any gender, their first names all have to start with the same letter, what would their names be? Obviously I'm going to start with S, because obviously Scarlett. So the names I pick would be Scarlett, Sienna, Sophia and Shay. 3 boys, 1 girl. 3 girls, 1 boy. Because I always think picking girls' names is so much easier than picking boys' names. Because I don't know, it's just girls you can have more variety. Where boys, it's got to be like, you can't, it's got to be like right. Whereas girls, it takes ages. And girls' names are more cute and like pretty, and then boys, I think, has to be like a strong. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. A strong name as such. What is your favourite animal-inspired name? I was trying to think about this one earlier, but I don't have any animal-inspired names apart from it would have to be Leo. Just because Leo, I always associate Leo with like Leo the lion. So, and obviously a lot of people, associate Leo with lions. So I just automatically think Leo would be a good animal-inspired name. Sorry if I'm rabbiting as well, because normally I have a little bit of an answer to each question. I don't like normally being put on the spot, but I thought I'd give it a go and try to answer at the top of my head. So it might be a bit, what's the word, gibberish sometimes, waffling. What's your favourite colour inspired name? Obviously, again, that would be scarlet, because scarlet means like red. Top 3 favourite boys' names. That would have to be, I'm trying to think now quickly. Finley is definitely my number 1 choice for a boy. Jackson, and I quite like the name Noah. Top 3 favourite girls' names would be, I don't know, I might say other than Scarlett, it would be Darcy, Maisie, and I like the name Lilia or Jada. I think that's quite nice. Favourite celebrity baby name? I don't really keep up with celebrities. I don't really have the time to keep up with them unless I see, like, you know, something on like the adverts, the telly, or adverts on telly. You know, like a music channel sometimes there's like adverts, like e-news or something, or maybe something on Facebook or Snapchat or something like that. I don't really keep up to date with celebrity names, baby names. But I remember one, Paul Walker, who died a couple of years ago now. He had a daughter that was called Evelyn. I think I said that right. And ever since, I think it was called Evelyn Ivy or Evelyn Blue or something like that. But that name, Evelyn, I thought was quite a nice name, and it would be for a little girl, obviously. What is your ultimate guilty pleasure name? I quite like the old-fashioned, modern version of the old-fashioned names, if that makes sense. So, like for Frederick, how do you say it, Frederick? It would be like Freddie, and then for like Archibald, it would be Archie. So I do quite like those, the moderner versions of the old-fashioned names. But yeah, I think that makes sense. What are your most hated baby names? Well, I've said the names that I don't like, the least favourite. Because I wouldn't say I hate any names really, because, well, other than Louise, that is the only name I would say I hate. But other than that, I wouldn't say I hate any name, because again, it's personal preference. So I don't know how to answer that one. Choose a baby name based on a food or drink. I would say Honey. I don't know why I clapped there, but I would definitely say Honey. I think once you hear it, you just automatically think sweet, don't you? Like, so I think sweet, innocent, young, little girl with the name Honey could go quite nice together. And I don't know anyone called Honey other than Honey off EastEnders. That's the only time I hear it, and I think when you say it, it just, you know, it's not like other names that are named after food. You could tell they're named after food. Obviously, Honey you can tell, but you might think, oh, there's other meaning to it, not just the food meaning. Choose a baby name based on a month. Now I've struggled with this one because I don't like any names that I like named after, like, obviously I don't like, if I say like I wouldn't call my daughter like November or June or things like that. I don't really like those names. So I thought maybe Poppy. I quite like the name Poppy, and then the meaning around this, I was like, oh well, Poppy reminds me of Remembrance Day, and that is in November. So I thought, oh, that's sort of linked to a month, isn't it? Because I thought, like, maybe one day if I have another girl, I could maybe do Poppy and Scarlet, but Poppy with Scarlet, because they're both red names as well. So I thought that would be quite nice. Choose a baby name from a movie. So I don't really pick. I find it difficult to choose baby names, but I think the one name that I hear and I'm like, oh, I like that, is, and like, so I like different unusual names that I don't really know and hear around. Because obviously you get the same names that you do like hear and see, and hear and see. Yeah, that see, hear and see a lot. So I thought, I was trying to think of this earlier, and in the film Step Up, this is talking like it's a good couple of years old now, but Nora out of Step Up, I quite like that name, and I've not known anyone called Nora. So I thought, oh yeah, that one's, you know, from a movie. And because, you know, you get all the same, like all the popular ones, but I thought that isn't a really popular name, which would be nice. This is the last question now, and I hope I've made this video long enough, and I hope I haven't chatted rubbish the whole way through, but I thought I wanted to try this tag, so if it's a bit crap, then I'm sorry. Choose a name that is already in your family. Well, this is easy. Marie, M-A-R-I-E. This is in my family a lot because my mum, middle name is Marie, my middle name is Marie, and Scarlett's middle name is Marie. So that name has carried on 3 generations, been carried on for 3 generations, because I think it's nice when your middle name or a name is similar to someone, to your mum's or your dad's. Like my nephew, he's got the same middle name. His middle name is the same name as my dad's, and then his other middle name is the same name as one of my, well, I'll call him my papa, so it'd be like my granddad as well, but also his other granddad on the other side. So the names are linking the family in some way, which is nice, I suppose. Trying to think now. I think that is everything. They're all the questions. So if you'd like to see any more videos, or any more tag videos, please leave a comment, because I'm so bad at intros, I never know what to say. But if you want to see more videos, leave a comment in this, not description box, leave a comment in the comment box. I'll get there eventually, and I will get back to you, fulfill your request, whatever. And if you please like and subscribe if you did like this video, and I shall see you in the next one.